than I had planned. Alright, what we have here is some HDPE corrugated double wall drainage pipe. Called the supplier and they wanted $800 for a 20-foot joint of this. It's got a bell on one end and then a male end on the other that goes in there. This is a male end and it's got two gaskets that go around there, but it fits into the bell. Something like that. You cinch it up tight. If you turn it around the other end, once you cut this pipe off, obviously that's too big, it's not going to fit in there. So what I did on this one is I cut off the distance, measure that inside diameter, and cut off this one. Happened to be 3/4 of an inch. I just cut off 3/4 of an inch with the oscillating tool. Just run it across there, and then the pieces that are left over, you're going to cut off like that. You just take those pieces and fish them in there. Just like that, and that gives it more rigidity. And then whenever I go to put this in, I'm going to take some polyurethane foam, squirt in there and make the seal that those gaskets would normally make. Got two 9-foot pieces, 7-foot piece, that equals about 25 feet. That'd be $1,000 if I went and bought it new. So save myself $1,000. So I hope that helps y'all, and if y'all want to stick around, I'll shoot a little video of me installing it. Alright, I'm going to voice over this next part. The wind noise was pretty horrendous on this video. There was a hurricane blowing in the next day or two, and it's nothing like trying to beat the rain on a project like this. First thing I'm doing here is checking the level of the pipes to make sure that I have enough drop. I was looking for about 3/8 of an inch per foot drop from the high end to the low end, and that would ensure enough water flow through the pipe to make sure that no sediment would build up inside of it. Here I am dropping piece number 3 in. Making sure I clean those belled ends out so there's no dust and dirt inside of them. This pipe was a little bit high on the low end, so I had to dig some dirt out with a shovel. My box blade work wasn't quite as accurate as I had thought it was. That box blade is that little yellow implement on the back of my tractor that's kind of like a bulldozer blade that you drag behind you. That looks good. Alright, this top end I had to add a little bit of soil to bring that part of the pipe up. Once I get the pipes leveled out, I kind of shake them back and forth, and that gets the dirt underneath them to settle into those grooves. And right here I'm starting to put some spray foam in. And when I put the pipes together, I didn't push them all the way together. I left them out about 3 or 4 inches. That way I could fill that gap up all the way around the pipe with the foam. And then once I get the foam all the way around, I'll push them all the way together. It wouldn't be a legit plumbing video without a little bit of plumber's crack. Right here I'm sealing up these 2 little holes on the end of the pipe so that the wasps don't find a home in there. Those 2 pieces look good. Now I'm going to peel off the wrapper on the gasket on the factory male end of that pipe. Right here I'm putting some pipe joint lubricant on that rubber gasket, and that ensures that that gasket slides in easily and doesn't grab and end up rolling out of place whenever you're putting that joint together. Clean the dust out of that bell one more time before I push it together. Here I'm going to make sure everything is lined up just right before I start covering the pipe up. And when you go to cover it up, you want to make sure you get some soil on top of the pipe so that it kind of holds it in place, and the pipe won't, because that pipe will float up in the soil. It's pretty lightweight. So once you get some soil on top of them to hold them in place, then you go around and pack the dirt in underneath them, and that ensures that you won't have any water flowing down the side of the pipe instead of going through the pipe like it's supposed to. One final step, you're going to have to crawl inside the pipe if you use the foam to seal it up, and there's probably going to be some foam stalactites or stalagmites like you can see here. You're going to get one of these razor knives that you can break off the pieces and just extend it all the way out where it's flexible. Put it up against there and trim the foam off like that. That way your water flows through there. Alright, that crushed limestone base that I was using around that pipe was a little bit dry and it wasn't compacting very well, so went and got a couple buckets of water and added that to it. After that it started compacting really well. That water also helped flow that soil down around that pipe. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my new content. And I will catch y'all on the next one.